So my operator called today and he's just like, hey, can you get some tires on that 19 soon? I'm not too worried about it. It's not sliding around or anything like that, but they are getting pretty bald at this point, which we already kind of knew. He's in one parking lot the entire storm, never has slid around, never had an issue, but of course, when you're facing 12 to 18 inch storms, things can change. Lucky for us, it's a nice light, fluffy 12 to 18 inches. It's not really going to be packy or slippery or anything. So at this point, we got that out the door. It's going to get tires today because our folks over at Warren Tire in Queensbury, or downtown Glens Falls rather, are absolutely amazing. Got us right in the door. And now it's really just a matter of getting this Mammoth snowblower up and running. So hopefully we're going to get that all taken care of today. We just got off phone with our friend Chris over at Salem Supply. He says he thinks that it might be an engine ground, where the ground that comes off the battery connects to the engine. I'm going to go check that out right now. Hopefully that's all it is. Downside to all this equipment, we're playing around in the salt, playing around in snow. It gets wet, it melts down, it gets into everything, and then you have these problems. And these problems never come up on nice sunny dry days because you don't use them on nice sunny dry days. They only come up when you need them in a storm, and hopefully we're going to be able to solve this problem prior to the storm coming. Let's go take a look at this Mammoth and see what we're working with. Guys, it's absolutely disgusting out here. I don't know if you can see those trees moving up there, but it's like 7 degrees out. We keep getting these wind gusts that are just gross. They come through here, they're freezing. I'm over it. Hopefully the wind calms down. So we got the battery charging on this thing. It was likely fine when we hooked it up. We were reading 12 volts, so I don't think that's it. So really we just got to get down in here, look for that ground where it mounts to the engine, and hopefully that's going to be what solves our issue here. Hopefully it's something stupid like that's a little corroded. That happens a lot on this kind of equipment. When you're running it out there and the salt and snow and everything melts and breaks down, you tend to have that salty solution wind up in your electrical parts. And then it causes corrosion, which is why we just had to replace the actuator to make the chute spin for us. That's sitting in there on a bench waiting to get replaced anyways if we can get this thing fired up. So hopefully we can find that quick and get that resolved. And here's the fun fact. So I really don't think that's it. I'm going to try it. It is the one I've already checked. Last time we had this exact same issue. It was an ignition switch. But we called Chris. Chris swears that it's not the ignition switch again, even though it worked perfectly fine for the last couple storms, and I already had cleaned that up. So with any luck, it's just that this thing needs to get cleaned up, and that somehow it got a little corroded. So we're taking about a 45-minute drive to pick up the ignition switch. I've done so many tests. I've had Chris on the phone nonstop, it feels like, trying to diagnose this Mammoth snowblower. And, we've gone through so much. He doesn't want to believe that it's the ignition switch. And I honestly don't want to believe it either, which is why I had him on the phone so much. But I'm going to go pick one up. Let's see if that's what it is. You never know. Salt gets in these things, that salty water. My technician, Kaylee, she's telling me that when she was operating it, she heard like this weird crackling, almost like a poof sound. And I've had ignitions open before, and they're usually fairly clean. They have the dielectric grease in there. And this one, it was clean. It really strange though. The dielectric grease was like black, like not all of it either. Only a small portion of it was black. And I'm kind of wondering. I mean, who knows? I've never seen dielectric grease that's this color, but who knows? Maybe it's fine and I just ruined this ignition by ripping it apart because, full disclosure, the spring popped out and I don't know how it goes back in, so I'll probably have to go to YouTube to fix it if that's the case. Or if this one seems to be fine, I guess unfortunately I'm going to be wasting this time and this money, but we've tried so many different things, cleaning up all the connections, testing everything, the starter's working fine, all of our fuses are good, our relays are working, we've swapped out all the relays and we're getting the same results. So I don't know where else to go. I've traced back as many wires as we can see. Everything's so compact on these machines that it becomes really tough to see if maybe it's a wire that's broken, that's been chafed or something, that's just not getting enough power through it, which is also a huge possibility. All right, we got our ignition switch. We got some Polar D so the tractor doesn't gel up. Temperatures are absolutely insane here right now. They were talking numbers very close to us anyways, with a little bit more in the elevations. Like I said we're in a valley, so we don't get it all the time unless the cold air traps, but up in the elevations, -40, -50. The Adirondacks can be brutal, but this was different. The wind chill was just so bad. The wind sounded like a freight train coming through all day yesterday. We're going to experience a bit more of that immediately before and then following this 18-inch, 16-inch storm that we're about to get. All right, moment of truth. Got our ignition switch. Go ahead and pop this thing in. There we go. Nope. So it's not the ignition switch. Chris was right. We gotta be having a chafed wire or something. I'm not so sure at this point why all that happens is we gotta, let's just show you here actually. I'm not so sure why when you turn the key, you get this flicker, and then down here at the relay, you just get a buzz. We've cleaned up all the electrical connectors. We've tested power with and without the key being in the start position, so I'm kind of at a loss here, not sure where to go from here. We've cleaned up all the grounds. I guess I'm just gonna keep digging. Maybe it really is a chafed wire somewhere, so time to look into this wire harness. Again, only deeper. The mystery continues. I will say this, I would never buy another Mammoth snowblower again. The concept is amazing, but that thing is super cumbersome anyway. So moving forward, doing snow removal on the sidewalks, primarily those walk behinds are where it's at. They're easy to maneuver, they're small enough, you can get up close to things. The only thing is it doesn't have the salt spreader on the back of them, so you do have to drop the salt manually. There's some pros and cons to it. Nice long sidewalks work great with the ride-on, but honestly, I've had those walk-behinds out several times in the past, and every single time I have even just a little walk-behind out with me, this little guy's getting stuff done so much faster than my operator that's on that Mammoth snowblower, and they're staying busy, and I'm not working very hard. It's just a matter of maneuverability. I'm able to get these things around corners easy, on the sidewalks easy. The turning around doesn't take any time, backing up, all that kind of stuff. with that Mammoth, it's just so big that it's kind of a pain in the ass when you get onto the sidewalks. But tractor's fired up, it's ready to rock and roll. We just got to throw the pusher on it, so we should be good there. Pretty much all the trucks are golden. We just sent out one of our F-250s to get new tires put on it today, so we're gonna have some good traction with that truck. We probably let those tires go a little too long, but they were still pushing. We never had any sliding around or anything like that. Great news, tractor is running, no issues whatsoever. The auger is working perfectly on this, hasn't thrown a shear pin in 2 storms, so that is awesome. I have a feeling it was just that advanced throttle creating this like flux in the torque, and when it hits like 0 torque and then you go to hit the accelerator and those RPMs ramp up, it was busting the shear pin, so that's running good. We replaced the fuel pump, we replaced this little purge solenoid in there. It did have a little bit of water in the separator, so I doubt that was really what was causing it, but this guy's up and running. It ran strong. I used it for a couple storms. We just got like 4 inches the other day in a matter of like 90 minutes. And we got out, cleaned that up really quick. Now we're facing like a 2-day event. It's probably gonna be a total of 24 hours, but 18 to 24 inches. We got the team all fired up for this one. It's going to be light and fluffy, so nobody really cares. It's just a matter of how long it takes to get it all to come down, hit the ground, and then we'll clean it up. No problem at all. However, down a plow, might even be down our ride-on Mammoth snowblower. The Mammoth mystery continues.